I didn't know what to ask, but you're talking about the momentum and also the grit, and especially that you choose. You have the choice for everything. Mentally, I get the things, all the things to choose, but
when there's momentum going, hard to choose sometimes.
How to choose, and also to get the tipping point from, the bad feeling, and I know mentally, okay, be general or go to meditation or whatever. But it's hard to get.
But think about the two things that you've wisely inserted here. Going general does cause you to slow momentum, because the more specific you are about anything, the faster the momentum. So when you get more general, it does slow the momentum, doesn't it? So isn't it logical that you would want to slow the momentum on unwanted things while you would want to speed the momentum on wanted things? So that's a pretty good tool, isn't it?
Yes.
Is it difficult to figure out how to go general? In other words, let's say, and we're not getting this from you, we're just offering this as an analogy. Let's say that there's some person who's really been bothering you, and you've been stewing on it and thinking about it, and now you're thinking about it more and more and more, and now you're having more and more experiences, and now you're beginning to talk about those experiences, and so you're having more and more experiences until you have got yourself, just like that big old filter, you're all tense and full of discomfort about it. So how would you go general about something like that? The most general thing that you could say is, God loves everyone.
Thank you.
Except those people he sends plagues to, obviously. A lot of confusion about all of that. But you could find a general stance. You could say, I'm making more of this than I need to. But sometimes the momentum is such that you just can't let go of it. So usually trying to apply some process once there's a lot of momentum going, that's why we use the analogy, just fall out of the airplane and it'll be over soon, because you're not always going to be able to maintain that momentum. Eventually you're going to take a nap, eventually you're going to go to sleep, or hopefully eventually you'll do some meditation, or you'll do something that will shift your vibrational patterning. And if you are aware, that's the thing that this discussion gives you as a tool. If you are aware that there are different vibrational grid spinning discs, and that you might find yourself by default, accidentally, out of the oblivious, not paying attention on one of them, and there may be plenty of momentum going and lots of realization and actualization happening to confirm the rightness of your discord. But just the same, after you play with this for a little while, you will be able to show yourself that you just don't have to jump on that wheel. You don't have to. And that by just quieting your mind, soon enough, that wheel will slow enough that it will not have its grip on you. We want to hear you. We just wanted to get that in there at the basis of the conversation. People have been listening to us for a while and have been grappling. They think we're schizophrenic. And we must truly be the definition of that. Because on the one hand, we say to you, you create your own reality and you get what you think about and think more and more about what you want. And on the other hand, we're saying, quiet your mind. But the reason that we are explaining it to you in this way is because you've done so much asking through the sifting and sorting of life. So what you really want and who you really are has been so well defined. It's in this high-flying, good-feeling, vibrational place. And when you find a way to bring yourself up to speed with that, then all of those things will flow easily into your experience. And we want you to not let go unnoticed the perfect analogy for this, that the cork is bobbing on the surface of the water. That's where that pure positive energy is. And unless you're doing that thing you do that holds the cork under the water, it will bob back to the surface, you see. If we could find a way and we nearly have in these days that we are together in this magnificent place, if we could find a way to distract you from the things that are bothering you for enough time that you would allow your cork to float, and if you could practice that higher vibration enough that it could settle in to be more of a significant set point within you, you'd be off and running, because more things would be realized by you, more things would be actualized for you, more of the things that you're wanting would be lived by you, and it is easier to maintain momentum than it is to get it going once you've got something else going on. But once you understand this, there's no reason at all for a reasoning, cognitive, intuitive, focused being like the likes of you. There is no reason for you to choose vibrational set points that don't serve you or that don't resonate with who you are and what you've come to. You just don't need to choose things that make you angry. You just don't need to choose things that make you feel vulnerable. You just don't need to focus upon things that make you feel angry. You just don't need to focus upon things that make you feel unworthy. You just don't need to. You don't need to let what you think is reality have its way with you. You are the creator of reality. You're having your way with reality. It's not having its way with you. You just haven't known it, and we want you to know it.
I've learned about discs, so I'm going to take that actually and really think about that a little bit and allow that.
Spinning grids, which equal my point of attraction, that I have more control over than I have ever realized. Mm-hmm. So this statement that I'm about to make, which disc is it going to put me on? And is that the one I want to add momentum to?
Mm-hmm. And then uncoagulating and just laying new pipes. Just laying new pipes, and I'm laying new pipes with love. And I just want to say thank you for that, as I realized that just a few short days ago. That's what I wanted to share today.
Being tuned in to who you really are and finding resonance with the whole of who you are has to be what the definition of love is. Finally, well, that's the wrong word, because it isn't finally. It isn't even permanently. It's nowly. Which we could say softly to you, temporarily, because any disc that you choose is a temporary choice, isn't it?
Yes.
So its temporariness is dependent upon how much momentum you accomplish while you're there. The more momentum, the more you practice it, the more likely it is that you will get there easily and stay there longer. You see, that's really all we're talking about. We're not asking any of you to get there and stay there. If that's what you wanted, you would have stayed with us. We're asking you to know what you're doing, and when you get there, do your best to stay there. Do it on purpose, you see. Really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm new, virgin, baby. I have a lot of questions, but one is, why is it that I let people manipulate me into what they like or what they want me to be? I don't know who I am, basically.
Well, you're not alone in that, but it's basically because, it's exactly because, it's precisely because, oh, we're out of time. It's because coming into this experience, you, like almost everybody else, were focused in your physical way, surrounded by people who wanted behavior from you that made them feel better. So you were guided away from your guidance system. It's also about momentum. It's also about that statement that you just made. In other words, you just made a statement that puts you on a grid spinning disc that's about here. And when that's where your disc is spinning, then only people that do that to you can get on with you. It's like you get on and you say, all right, folks, this is the party we're having. I don't know what I want. I've never known what I want. People just have their way with me. So if you're going to come and play with me, I need you to boss me around. I don't like it. I'll struggle. I'll complain about it. I'll complain to a lot of people about it, and they'll get on too. We'll even do it to each other. We'll do it to each other. So now you know you're doing it. When you find yourself doing that, you might want to pull back from that thought. You might want to try to find other statements that get you on different discs. Now, it's not ever a good idea for us to attempt disc jumping. Disc jumping is sort of like quantum leaping. Disc jumping doesn't work very well. In an environment like this, sometimes it works better than others because we can focus together in a powerful way. But when you feel strongly about something, then the way you feel is because of the vibration that you've got going on and its relationship to who you really are and what you really want. So there's just a momentum that you want to cycle down. Or you can lay some new pipes. So let's take a little bit of time here and lay some new pipes about it. So are you saying to us that you don't know what you want? Do you think that's really true? So it isn't that you don't know what you want. It's that other people seem to know more what they want. Do you mean that? Or are people really bossing you around?
I don't know if it's bossing or manipulating, if that makes any sense.
Sort of the same.
Oh,
Here's
the
a
same.
really good word. Other people are influencing me around. Other people are influencing me around because they've got more momentum going. And I don't have any momentum going. So every time I come out the door, I just get sucked onto their disc. But you see, it's not like that. You're not just getting sucked onto their disc. You practiced being there before you opened your door. And when you opened your door, you said, hello, vibrational person. Hello, vibrational compatible friend. Hello. Hello. Jerry thought it'd be great that there would be islands of incarceration. Rapists all on one island where they could do it to each other. Murderers all on one island where they could do it to each other. Thieves on one island where they could do it to each other. And we said, you've got those islands. You've got those islands. The audience didn't like it the day that we told them that because they don't think that the victim should be on the same island with the victimizer. But it's the way it works out. So what might you say right here and now to make you change discs? Come on, come on, come on, come on.
I can do it.
Come on, come on, come
Get
on.
off.
Can't, can you? You just have to fall out of the airplane. You're at 30,000 feet, which is high and cold.
Just let it happen.
And soon it'll be over. And then you just lay new pipes. And the way you lay new pipes is by acknowledging, all right, I accept that I am the creator of my own reality. Do you?
Yes.
I accept that I'm a vibrational offerer.
Yes.
I accept that I choose to think thoughts that place me on these spinning discs and that law of attraction is going to bring other things like that to me. You accept all of that, don't you? So now, maybe as far as you want to or need to or can go right now is to say, I'm glad to know about my point of attraction. And I'm glad I know that I have choices. You do, don't you? You can choose general thoughts. We'll give you some general thoughts to choose. I can get this. I'm not very good at it. Which disc would you like to jump on right now? I can get this. I don't need to figure it out right now. I damn well better figure it out right now. Which disc would you like to jump on? No one understands me. All I need is alignment with source. Which disc would you like to choose? These are easy choices for you, aren't they? I'm working too hard at this. This is getting easier all the time. I don't have to figure it out all at once. Which would you like to choose? You see what we're getting at? In other words, what do I want to add momentum to? You're going to have a lot of fun in the days before you as you begin noticing what momentum you are perpetuating.